Hey everybody, welcome! Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. It is December 10th, and I am here with the update for week 29 of my journey to One-derland using Carnivore and alternate day fasting. So let's see how things went here on Big Anklevich on health. All right, everybody. So as we usually do, we're going to go straight into the daily reports. How did things go for me this week? Let's check it out and see. Okay, everybody. It is Tuesday, and today was a pretty good day. I got up this morning, I weighed in, which was a good weigh in. That was nice. And then I had myself some bacon, and I had myself some eggs. And those were both yummy. It was a pound of bacon, probably a little less than that because my son ate a couple of pieces of it. Maybe even 3 or 4. He was really going after that bacon. And then the eggs, I think I had 6 eggs. I like eggs, I like bacon. So I ate that for breakfast. Later on in the day, when it was time to head out to work, I had some lunch before I left. It was a pound, I think maybe a little bit more, like a pound and a third of ground beef. I just fried that up with some salt, a little bit of ghee in there, and ate that for my lunch. Now I'm fasting again, so it'll be a while before I eat again, but it's all good. It's all good when things are going good. So hopefully it keeps going good this week. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, and that means it was a fasting day. I don't really have much to say. Same old stuff. My hands were cold all day long, and I was fine. Sometimes I got a wee bit hungry, but it was never too much to bear or anything like that. And tomorrow I'm gonna eat again. Okay, it is Thursday, which was eating day number 2 for the week for me. So this morning I got up and I had some bacon as usual, and I had some eggs as usual, and then also not as usual, there was some leftover like steak strips that my wife had made that were just in a bag sitting in the fridge, and those things always go to waste at our house for some reason. Nobody eats the leftovers. We save the leftovers and then so that we can throw them away a week from now instead of just throwing them away immediately, I guess. I don't know, but I grabbed those steak strips and I ate those up. And they were all right. But yeah, that's what I had for my breakfast. And I've been having an issue ever since I went back to full alternate day fasting that my digestion has just been bad. I remember when I first started, and I was doing 40 hours fasts, my digestion would basically, I guess, shut down. I mean, it wasn't used for almost 2 whole days. And then when I hit it with food, I would always have diarrhea problems. And eventually, after months, that went away. I didn't have that problem anymore, but I guess I must have tripped that switch again because I've been having that problem again now this whole week. Each time that I eat after my long fast, I'm having diarrhea. My stomach is going crazy. You should hear the noises it's making, man. Eat something that's just like, it's crazy. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't take months again for that to wear off because it's not pleasant. It's not cool. And hopefully that's the actual reason behind it. I'm assuming it's gotta be. Anyways, later in the day, right before I left for work, I had lunch. And my lunch was a ribeye steak. And sadly, I didn't take a picture of it while it was still on the plate and looking beautiful. Instead, I cut it all into little pieces and threw it into a bowl because I had to take it with me and eat it as I drove to work. Because I didn't give myself enough time, which I do frequently. It was really good. I did a good job cooking it, I'll tell you that much. It may not look that great in this picture, but it was tasty. Now I'm fasting again, and I'll be fasting all day tomorrow, and then we'll see how things go. Okay, so it is Friday, and that means it's a fasting day. And as you might suspect, I was cold. So Today I did something different. I work with this guy who often will go and I guess he runs up and down the stairs in the building for exercise. I mean, he doesn't do it because he's cold. He just does it. I think he did it when he was training. He hurt his tore his Achilles or something like that. And then when he was trying to get better, he started doing that, I believe. Maybe he did it before, I don't know. I've only been here for so long, you know. Anyways, he was telling me where there's a staircase that I've never seen before. I heard about him running the stairs, but I always assumed he was just running up and down the main stairs in the lobby, and I just thought, that'd be weird. Everybody'd look at you weird. Think you were a weirdo for running at work. But yeah, there's a back stairs that's all sealed off. It's inside of just a little stairwell. Nobody goes back there. Nobody knows that you're there. And I didn't even know it existed. So he told me where it was, and I went back and tried it. So here's me running up and down the stairs. I ran up and down, I don't know, 4 or 5. I didn't last very long. I haven't run in such a long time. I used to run a lot, but I do not have the lung capacity for it anymore because I haven't been doing any running. So yeah, my lungs started burning pretty quick. He said he also does push-ups when he does that, so I figured, what the heck, I'll do that too. So I did 2 sets of 10 push-ups while I was running. I ran and did a set of 10, and then ran a little bit longer, did a set of 10, and then I walked a little bit on the stairs too. I got tired really quick, but the cool thing is my hands have not been cold since. This may be my new routine. I may do this every day because I'm here in my shirt sleeves. I don't even need my jacket on. That's how warm I have suddenly become. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I might be running the stairs every time. Hey everyone, it is Saturday, and I was eating today. So this morning I got up and I went to make some bacon, like I almost always do. And I found that there wasn't that much bacon left. The kids had some, I think, yesterday for dinner or something like that. There's only like 6 pieces of bacon. So maybe 8. But anyways, I cooked those pieces of bacon and ate those pieces of bacon. And then I cooked 6 eggs to eat with them. Of course, the bacon was done first, and so I ate all the bacon before the eggs even were finished. And then I put the eggs on the plate, and I ate the eggs, and then I remembered that I never took a picture of the eggs. So here's the plate when they're gone. Anyway, after that, I went with my son. We went out to the grocery store, and I got some various stuff that I decided I was going to eat today. The first thing that I got was a thing of sausage, and I came home and I fried that up, and I had the sausage for breakfast. I think it was a 1 pound thing of sausage. So that was my breakfast. A little bit of bacon, a large amount of sausage, and some eggs. And then I didn't eat anything for a while. Sometime around, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock, I finally got around to eating again for my second meal. And I had the other thing that I bought when I was at the grocery store earlier in the day, and that was a tri-tip roast. I took the tri-tip roast. I meant to cook it earlier, but I had it sitting out, getting to room temperature and all that stuff, the kind of stuff you want to do before you cook it. And then my wife started the oven on the cleaning cycle because apparently, I'm sure it's my fault, there was like a grease fire in our oven yesterday. And she needed it to clean out. So she put it on the cleaning cycle. I'm sure the grease fire in the oven came from my constant bacon that I cook on the broiler pan in the oven. So I couldn't use the oven. So I had to do my tri-tip roast in the barbecue. I wasn't sure how this was going to work, but my wife was saying, it's fine, just, keep the barbecue on low and just use it like you would an oven. So that's what I decided to do. I put it all the way on low. I put my tri-tip in the barbecue and I let it go. It was supposed to go for about an hour. it went for a half hour. I figured, okay, I got to turn it probably halfway through. So I went out to turn it, and I found that the barbecue was not at a high enough temperature. It was probably at like 225, maybe even just 200. And it was supposed to be at 275. And I thought, oh, shoot, I need to turn it up just a smidge. So I turned all the burners up just a little tad. And then I flipped the roast over and I went back inside. Half hour later, I came back out and the freaking temperature had gone up way more than I thought. I should have checked it more than once. I should have checked to see where the temperature went. It was almost up at like 400. And yeah, I looked at my roast and the side that was facing down was quite burned. I was pretty bummed about that. I took it inside. I was able to cut off the burned, the charcoaly bits. Otherwise, it wasn't that bad. It was in fairly good shape. And it was a little more well done than I usually like my steaks, but it wasn't burned. So there was that. But it was still good. And I I ate pretty much the whole thing. I shared a little of it with my son, but he's 7. He doesn't eat a whole lot. So I ate more than 2 pounds of tri-tip roast. So yeah, I ate my share. Hopefully I'm not overdoing it. I like to think that's not a possible thing. The calories in, calories out thing is a bunch of bunk. I know that much. But there is still, weight to go by and things like that. I just hope I didn't overdo it by chowing down on all that food. I guess I'll see when I weigh myself tomorrow morning. If I'm already like 6 pounds heavier, then maybe I better go a little lighter tomorrow. I guess we shall see. Okay, today is Sunday, and it was a kind of weird day today. Definitely not my usual Sunday routine. We had this party at my work today. It's like the family Christmas party that they do every year. So you show up there, you bring your kids, you bring your wife or whatever. Santa shows up, he has a gift for every kid. It's pretty cool. My kids look forward to it each year, especially the little one, because I think they only give gifts up to like 12 years of age. And so the one that actually gets a gift really likes that. He got some Legos. I think it went from 11 to 2. And so it was a weird time of the day. It was basically, it was a lunch party. I didn't suspect that they were likely to have anything that I could eat there, but you never know. I just figured one way or another I would just wait until we got back and then I would have something to eat. So I got there. They didn't have anything that I could eat, of course. They had pizza. Just a crap ton of pizza. And back in the day I would have just scarfed that stuff. I would have gobbled it all down, and then I would have found some kind of container to bring a bunch more home with me. The pizza was ridiculous. Look at this table here. Here's this was near the end of the party when everybody had eaten all that they were going to eat. This was still the pizza that was left. Now if you look at that table, the pizza is on a normal sized table. And you see the box covers the entire table. You can't even see the table under there. You just see the boxes of pizza. Here is a picture of me holding one of the boxes of pizza, just as a reference to show you how big these pizzas are. They're insane. And they had so many of them. There's like 15 or 20 of them still left after the party was over. I guess that was a little tempting because I like pizza. That was always one of my favorite things to eat before I became a diabetic and then had to change everything around. But I didn't. I didn't eat anything. There was candy canes, there was juice, there was cookies. Again, one of my biggest issues, cookies, but I didn't eat any of them. I just turned my nose up to them because I'm so awesome. Anyways, we came home, and the drive home from work, I was so tired for some reason driving home. I was getting so sleepy, and my wife basically slept the whole way home because she was sleepy as well. And so when I got home, she's like, why don't you go take a nap too, since you didn't get to sleep on the way home? And I thought, you know what? I'll take you up on that. I went, I took a nap, And by the time I woke up, it was like 6 o'clock at night. And I still hadn't eaten anything yet. This wasn't supposed to be my fasting day, and yet here it was at 6 o'clock. I still hadn't eaten anything. So I thought, crap, if I'm going to eat something, I better do it now. And so I got out a thing of bacon and some eggs, and I just made bacon and eggs because it seemed like the easiest thing to do. I was thinking of doing a steak earlier in the day when I was thinking about what I would eat today, but I didn't. I just had a pound of bacon, 6 eggs. I did eat like a little bit of ham lunch meat out of the fridge while I was getting everything put together. But I think that's all that I ate. It was just bacon and eggs. I did have a big mug of bone broth to go with it that we made from the turkey from Thanksgiving. So that was pretty much what I had to eat today. I didn't have 2 meals like I normally would on a weekend day. That may be a good thing. I don't know. I don't worry so much about losing weight and losing weight fast really as much as I worry about fasting too much and not getting enough nutrition and losing important stuff. That's something that I want to avoid. So I'm afraid of messing up my routine. I feel like I should eat at least my 2 full, very carnivore, very nutrient-dense meals on the days that I do eat, and not worry about whether I hit any goal on Tuesday morning when I weigh in or not. I'm not sure if it was a good thing or not, but I guess we shall see. Started fasting now, and I will be doing so for the rest of the time. Okay, it is Monday, and that means fasting day again. So no eating today, and I got cold today, as usual, you might expect. But, as you might remember, I have my new plan where I run up and down the stairs for a little bit on fasting day right about dinner time, when I would have eaten dinner. Instead, I go run on the stairs. And so here's me running the stairs again. I ran up and down them 6 times. They're pretty big stairs. And I have to admit, I'm out of shape, so it doesn't take long to wear me down. Won't be long before I'm not so out of shape. And I'll be doing 7 or 8 flights up and down the stairs. But anyways, I ran up and down the stairs 6 times, and at the bottom of the stairs, after the 3rd time, I got down and did 10 push-ups. Then I ran another 3, and then at the bottom of the last bunch, I did 10 more push-ups. So 6 flights of stairs, 20 push-ups, and I was good. The whole rest of the day, I was warm. Oh my gosh, I totally recommend this plan. If you are going to do alternate day fasting, do a little something. Well, if you're like me, if you work in an ice box of an office and your hands are freezing and your feet are freezing, go do something of exercise, something quick and that'll just get your blood pumping. When your blood pumps, keeps you warm. So do it. It's great. So there you have it. I have to say that I think things went pretty well this week. We'll talk a little bit more about it after. But first, we're going to go and check out and see what the scale says about this week. Did I do well with that? Doesn't always mean a whole lot necessarily, but does the scale think that I had a good week? We'll see what the scale thinks. My goal for this week was 222. Did I get to that? Alright, so I made it to the goal again. That's twice in a row. How about that? I made it to 220.5, which is a whole pound and a half under the goal. That's 2.4 pounds lost this past week, which, man, that means that December has been going really well for me so far. I still haven't had any issue with cheese, so that's a big victory for me to keep that going. And I think it's paying off. You're seeing a lot of what I assume, I'm sure a fair amount of it was just more retained water that is dribbling away. And yeah, here I am weighing almost into the teens. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. So my total weight loss now for this whole experiment is 76.5 pounds, which puts me at 25.75 repeating percent of my weight lost. I was 297. Now I weigh 220. That's pretty cool. I have to admit, that is pretty cool. So my goal I think I'm going to do for next week, I can't just go 220. That's pretty weak sauce. It's got to at least be more than a half pound that I'm trying to lose. So we'll drop it all the way down to 218. I don't know if that's possible to lose 2 pounds again. But I made my projections for all these goals expecting to lose 2 pounds a week. So if I could keep that up, that would be cool. So that's what I'm going to shoot for this upcoming week. I'm pretty excited about my discovery of how to stay warm when fasting. Running up and down the stairs, which is super convenient. It's just right there in the building. And yeah, 2 times in a row, it's totally worked. Keeps me warm. I don't even need my jacket at work anymore after doing that. I just sit there with just my plain old t-shirt and I'm just fine. And oh, that's so great. After all these months of suffering in the cold, don't be like me. Go do something active that gets your blood pumping again. Something a little more active than just getting up and walking to the bathroom and then coming back, because that's all I was doing before. But yeah, that is a pretty exciting development, and I guess it's a little bit of exercise too, so that could be a real benefit in other ways, because exercise is really good for you. So yeah, that's my goal coming up. We'll see if I can keep that up, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this short. I'm out of time. I'm supposed to be on my way to work already, so I'm just gonna do that. I probably better let you guys know that it's possible that I may not have an update next week. My dad is in the hospital, and things might become a little busy, a little distracting over the next little while. So if I don't show up, it's not because I didn't try or because I ate a whole bunch of cheesecake fluff and disappeared or something like that. So yeah, carnivore, alternate day fasting, stuff rocks. I've been Big Anklovich. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Big Anklovich on Health.